what's up everybody? Eternal Fire here. So I just want to cover something really quick regarding the Fury Warrior. And so with that, let's just get right into it. First of all, I've seen a lot of different sources that has changed the stat priority for Fury Warriors. It is no longer 18% haste and then, your 30% crit. Now they're saying 50% haste is your stat priority. You want 50% haste first, then strength, then mastery, then versatility, and crit instead of being number 2 now has dropped all the way to the bottom. So again, that's going to be 50% haste, strength, mastery, versatility, and then crit is now the bottom stat you want to go for. I've seen a lot of different sources saying this, and a few people told me in my comments. So thank you to you guys for the heads up with that. I just wanted to make a quick video going over that real quick. But also another thing is in my last Fury Warrior guide, I said that Endless Rage, Double Time, Avatar, Warpaint, Carnage, Inner Rage, and Dragon Roar were the way to go. And that is true if you're questing or in dungeons. And if you're going to be raiding, which, this is all new. So, somebody commented to me about this change as well. And I appreciate that too. Massacre is going to be the way you want to go for raiding. So if you're doing, dungeons, 5-man dungeons, or you're doing, world content, Carnage is a great way to go. You're probably going to get more damage out of using Carnage. But if you're going to be in a raid situation, you want to use Massacre, which execute critical strikes reduce the rage cost of your next rampage by 100%. So, when you crit with your execute, your rampage becomes free. And remember that rampage gives, automatically enrages you. So now you're going to be doing more damage. So basically what you're going to be doing with this Massacre talent, and I also want to look at the artifact real quick, because once you get down into the tree, execute is buffed quite a bit. I am putting most of my artifact power into protection, so you'll see I haven't gotten as far as I would like to in my Fury. But Death Dealer increases the critical strike chance of execute by 3%, and that stacks up to 3 times, or 4 if you have a relic for it, which I do. And then Juggernaut execute increases damage dealt by execute by 5% for 6 seconds, stacking up to 99 times. So when you're just constantly spamming execute, the longer the fight is, the more health the raid boss has, the better you are off. So then you have Sense Death, which the execute has a 15% chance to make your next execute cost no rage. So those 3 artifact talents right there, coupled with Massacre, which gives you, essentially if you crit a free enrage, those are just really, really huge. So basically what you want to do is you want to use your execute ability. You want to, when you get into your execute window at 20% boss health, you're going to, hopefully have a full bar of rage so you can spam that execute. If you get a critical strike with that execute, you want to hit rampage so you're enraged. And then, execute until you have no more rage, and then Bloodthirst, Raging Blow to build rage as well as, white hits, and then Odin's Fury. You're going to be doing your single target rotation to build rage, and then obviously you can pop Odin's Fury if it's up, but you just want to focus on your execute. When you crit with execute, use that rampage to refresh your enrage. And then another thing to keep in mind is if you have a battle cry coming up or a battle cry available, it's not going to hurt you to pull some of that rage real quick and stay off the execute for a second or two, build some rage, pop battle cry. If you don't have enrage already, you can pop battle cry, use Bloodthirst, and then spam execute to get the full effect of that battle cry, which will infect. If you use battle cry and execute, you're going to crit, and it's going to give you another free rampage, which will enrage you again. So they've really buffed the execute window for the Fury Warrior. And so that's why you want to take, with all those talents in the artifact weapon is why you want to take Massacre. Because, the thing is in dungeons and world conquest, nothing stays alive long enough in the execute window to make it, viable. Whereas you're going to be able to use the Carnage talent and benefit from that all the time. But in a raid situation, the boss gets to 20%, you still have a lot of the fight left. So, really take advantage of the extra damage you can do there. So it's nice to see that they've buffed execute for Fury Warriors in this expansion. But really what I wanted to do is just kind of give you guys a heads up about the new stat priorities, and then the Massacre talent over Carnage for raiding. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you to the people who commented on my channel, letting me know some of these things. I really appreciate it. And one thing I did want to say is that if you follow me on Twitter, when I find these sorts of changes out, these updates, I'm going to put it on Twitter, and, update anyone who follows me before I am able to make a video about it. So if you want to know stuff quicker from me, then just follow me on Twitter, and I will let you know, and then I'll be making a video about changes on classes that I play and make guides for. So again, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.